So this is the million-dollar question. Should you start selling on Amazon, and how much money do you need to start selling on Amazon? The reality is, if you have less than $5,000 sitting in a bank account that you can afford to lose, that you can afford to invest into a new business, this business is not right for you. You need a minimum of $5,000 to $10,000. And that largely depends on which product you choose. There are products that you might want to sell on Amazon that might require you to have $50,000 to start your business. What we try to teach you at Seller Systems Academy is how to look at the data, how the current sellers are getting their sales, and how many sales you can make with that product so you can accurately get a budget. All right, you have a 9-to-5 job and you don't have a lot of savings. You're living paycheck to paycheck. This is not the right business for you. The reality is there are multiple ways to sell on Amazon, and you might be able to sell on Amazon with very little money, but not creating your own brand and selling private label. There's a methodology of selling on Amazon called Arbitrage, where you can go to the store, you can scan products with different apps that exist, and it can tell you versus what you're buying it for, versus what you can sell it for, and what your profit would be. Now, just because you find it in the store doesn't mean you can open an Amazon account and necessarily sell it. There are different products, different brands, different categories that are gated. So there's another whole learning curve for that. That's not what we teach and what we do, but it's a good way for you to at least get started so you can start making some extra money. You can find products that are brand new in the store being liquidated, and you can put in the work and go scan them and start flipping them to start earning some extra cash. Then when you get to at least $5,000, you can start considering private label. I'm gonna teach you how to turn your $5,000 to $10,000 into a $1 million business. I've helped hundreds of students follow our exact methodology to do exactly that. The first thing you need to know about Amazon is that it's a search engine. There are many different ways people use to find the same product. Now, that's complicated, but it's also our advantage. We need to look at the different keywords and search volumes in order to understand what current sellers are doing right and wrong, so you can figure out how to beat them. Now, you've got your budget. You've got at least $5,000 to $10,000. How do you choose the right product? Well, you're going to need to look for products where you can compete with the best sellers and sell at least as many units as the first 3, 4, or 5 best sellers. So to get product concepts, I've looked around the studio and I've decided that we're going to analyze this product, this touch light bulb right here that sits on the desk, and I'm going to determine whether my $5,000 to $10,000 is enough to sell this product. The first thing I'm going to do is go look at the current sellers. Remember, the key is you always have to answer the question, how are the current sellers getting their sales? And if I see that there are 5 or 10 sellers that are selling thousands of units of these per month, the odds are I'm not going to be able to compete with them. I'm not going to have enough capital to do this product properly. So that's an initial check that I can do just by pulling up on Amazon. So let me go to Amazon really quickly. Now I want to describe this product, and remember, it's a search engine. If I just do a desk lamp, there's many different styles of desk lamps, and I'm going to have to, using that search term, compete with many different styles. The LED versions, right? This particular product, the more descriptors I put into it, the more likely I am to find it. But that also narrows how people can find your product. So we're going to get into that later when we determine how we're going to market the product and whether we should sell the product. But for this product, I'm going to look for desktop touchable filament light bulb. And then I'm going to see if I can find it. So touch desktop light bulb filament, because that's the type of light. It's not an LED light. It's very particular. And what's interesting is I found a 6-pack of the lights that go in this, but I didn't find the lamp right away. But the sponsored result is the light bulb itself, and it's a 6-pack for $20, selling 1,000 units a month. And it's not by a major brand. It's a private label seller, similar to what we would do. And bingo. One of the top organic results is exactly this lamp on Amazon, selling for $21.24, Black Friday deal, and they have 100 units a month that they're selling roughly based on Amazon's estimates here. Now, it says about 100 units plus sold. It could be 100 to 300. You would need an accurate software to determine what that is. And we found it. And if I continue going, I can find some other styles and decor. Now, this has a nice heavy metal base, right? Bronze base. It's going to be heavy to ship. Could we do something decorative like this that's metal looking but lighter? That's another thing I start to look at. How can I differentiate the product? But the first check is, are there a lot of sellers selling something similar? And how many units are they selling? If they're selling this heavy product for $20, I can imagine that it's costing them $3 to $4 to land this product in Amazon. And they're selling 100 to 200, let's say 200 units a month. I need to probably order 3 months of inventory. So this is where I'm getting into the math. I know your eyes are glossing over, but just follow me for a second because we're trying to turn your $5,000 into $1 million, right? So this product in particular, this lamp, let's say I'm going to sell 200 units a month. I need 3 months of inventory because it's going to take them a month to make it at the factory and package it for me. And then 6 weeks to get it here and checked into Amazon. So I've got 2.5 months from the time I order it, from the time it's going to get here. I need to order 3 months of inventory. So I need 600 units at $4. That's $2,400. Right? Just for inventory costs. Then I'm going to need a little bit of money for marketing, some ads. We have to run some ads, and I'm going to need a little bit of cash left over to place another order when things start to go right. So I figure you need about $5,000 to do this product based on an initial look. Now, if I want a more accurate depiction, I would use a software, something like Data Dive, look at all the best sellers of similar products and get a very deep look at the data. Now, let's continue with this example right here that I just picked up, right? It seems to fit our budget. We've got our inventory that we've selected. We understand how many units we can sell, but now we have to understand how to win. What are the seller of this product doing right? And the similar products, what are they doing right and what are they doing wrong? So what I'm going to look at is the data. I'm going to look at what are the feedback that customers are leaving? What are the reviews and saying that allow me to understand particularly how to make a better product? Because I want to know who's buying it, why are they buying it? And I want to understand who's using it and why are they using it? And then I can understand how I can make a better product. It's not okay anymore. Now, when we first started selling in 2015, you could just sell the same product or something straight out of Alibaba. That's not the way we teach how to do it. You have to differentiate. You have to win. You have to create something different and better. So we have to understand what can we do to improve on this product and make it more appealing to the consumer. Okay, so I've brought in 5-10 sellers, their data, and I'm going to just simply ask an AI tool, like maybe something built into Data Dive, what are they doing right and wrong, and what can I do better? And AI is going to help me do it. Now, the AI trend is everyone's trying to use AI. Don't just go to ChatGPT necessarily, right? You want to actually look at the real data, and it's going to give me some suggestions. What if I find out that this product in particular is being used more for decor? Then I need to understand what's more appealing for that consumer than what this guy's doing. Maybe the cord's not long enough. Maybe this vintage look is someone would like it in bronze instead of this darker color, right? Maybe they want different colors based on the keywords that people are using to find that product, and I can find that data. That's going to allow me to understand how to differentiate. If I launch this product with 3 color options instead of just the one, maybe my conversion rates will be higher. Maybe people will be happier to find the one that they want versus the one being sold. So don't just try to sell the same exact product at a better price and compete and have a race to the bottom, but look at real data, real feedback, and figure out how to win. And you can get a lot of those ideas from AI. That's how we're doing product differentiation. So we've made the product better. We've differentiated some colors. We've tweaked it. We've made it lighter so we can get better fulfillment. We can sell it for less, but still make more money than this seller right here because it's very heavy. And we're going to send it into Amazon. We're going to go to a factory. We're going to figure out how to make it, and we're going to get it shipped into Amazon in the most efficient way possible. Once it lands at Amazon, we're going to launch it. Now, what does that mean, launch it? That means that we're going to turn on a bunch of PPC and ad campaigns, pay-per-click campaigns. We're going to run marketing that's going to help us rank for all the keywords and hopefully outrank this seller and all the other best sellers on all of those keywords. So we get the organic traffic and the paid traffic. and it goes better than we even expected. So now we've got it on Amazon. It's going better than expected. We have to hurry up and place another order. So we go back to the factory. We let them know, hey, I know we thought we could sell 200 units a month, but we're actually selling 300. So I need to get another month's of inventory ordered immediately. I need 300 units right away, and I need to get them here ASAP. So please try to accelerate that process and get them shipped over here. We start tweaking our ads, and we start looking at other keywords, other ways we can launch this product. We start looking at data, feedback from customers. What other keywords are we doing great on that we can start to go after? What are the ones that are performing well and not performing well? What content's working? We're tweaking our content, our main images, and we're optimizing our product. And the optimization process is ongoing. I think that a lot of sellers think that they can just buy units, put it on Amazon, turn on some ads, and forget about it. The reality is you have to go deep. You have to look at the data. You have to keep spending money in the right places. So we have a very simple 3-step process for you. You optimize the content and the conversion rates. You optimize the indexing and the SEO, and then you spend more or less money and you optimize your ads. You follow that process for a few months and you've got a bestseller selling 300 units a month, making you on average $6 every single time it sells. So you're making $1,800 a month profit from this one product because you found it, you looked at the data, you improved it, and you are making significant profit that's helping you pay your bills. So now let's break it all down. How did we turn our $5,000 into a cash flowing business that can potentially grow to $1 million business? That's what you want to know. How do I turn my $5,000 into $1 million? Well, here, let's break it down. We've got a product that we found that can sell up to 300 units a month. And we ordered $2,400 worth of inventory to start. Then we had some money left over for advertising. Once you get it into Amazon, you got to launch it. Let's say we've got about another 50% of that initial budget for marketing. That's another $1,200. Then we need to place another order when it starts to go really well. So we need a little bit of cash on the side. Even though we're getting money back in from Amazon, that first month we're kind of breaking even or really pushing. So we need a little bit of extra money on the side. So you've got a reserve there. So we've turned our $5,000 into a product that's cash flowing now, $1,800 a month. Every single time it sells, we get $6 profit. So we've got 300 sales a month, $6 profit, $1,800. Let's round it to almost $2,000. We've got over $20,000 a year in profit from one product. Now, $20,000 doesn't seem like a lot. That's not $1 million. How do we get to $1 million? Well, you're going to do that process again. Do it 10 times. So now you've got $200,000 in profit. What the reality is, if you've got a brand doing $200,000 in profit a year, you can sell that brand for 4, maybe even 5 times your annual profit. There are a lot of companies out there buying brands that specialize in Amazon. So we've got a brand that we can sell for $600,000-$800,000 at that point. Now, are you going to start with $5,000 and immediately have 5 or 10 products selling and making you $200,000 a year in profit? No. You've got to go through the steps and the process one product at a time. And I want to teach you how to do that. So I want to know what helped you the most out of this video. Please comment below. Also ask any questions. I will be answering those questions for you. Always here to help. Make sure you subscribe and like because I am going to keep dropping content for you. And you can also join our free Discord server. You can find me in there, or you can get the help of me or any of our coaches. And remember, you can always follow your favorite Amazon coach by searching for Brandon Young Amazon on any social media platform. And I'm here to help you become the next Amazon millionaire.